Well, hello. What are you guys doing? I thought we might talk about some Zen koans and light. You want to do some light work? For all you light workers out there, let's talk about light work. We're gonna tread into the deepest, darkest, murkiest of waters to figure this one out. But we're gonna do it anyways. Let's find out what happens. This and then I'm gonna plug my phone in just because I'm gonna probably need the charge on my phone. A second here. Have an espresso, a beer. We'll talk about light in a way that it was like you ever have those moments where you go, it's the aha. It's called a ha-ha moment because it's laughter, but it's aha, right? You kind of, and the thing is, what I'm going to say to you about light, what up, Crow, is I don't know that there's an answer to it. I don't know that there's a solution or anything. I just think it's just an observation that not many people make. Why? Because they're not. Light allows you to see. You don't look at light, but if you looked at light, you would you'd see it's actually something. There's a difference between red light, blue light, but the light that's around you here is something different. Most people don't look at light this way in this frequency or bandwidth kind of way. Here's the idea that I'm gonna try to give y'all. If I turn my screen very bright on my phone, there's a lot of light being projected through it, which means there's light, yes? So I turn it up and I can see better on my screen. Now you'd assume that during the darkness in the evening when there is no light, that I'd have to turn my phone up brighter. But it is an inverse ratio that as it's brighter out here in the sky with the sun and the brighter, well, we won't get into like inside of my eyes, but as it's brighter out here, the brighter I have to turn my phone up. The more energy I need to exude through this, this device here so I can see the screen. Like right now, whether I have my sunglasses on or off, it's only giving me a little bit of different distortion, right? But it's clearly when it's like right now, it's sunny, beautiful day. It's lovely out. And I have to turn my phone up brighter to give me light off of the screen, even though that's providing the light. What is that? I told you, there's not really an answer here. That's more of a koan. That's a Zen koan. A koan is a story that doesn't necessarily have a moral or a punchline to it. It's just a thoughtful consideration that maybe there is no. What does that mean? I don't know. What is the sound of one hand clapping? That's what it sounds like. Check it out. Most people can't do that, by the way. Try to clap with one hand. Most people, when they say that, the joke is that most people, you have to use two hands to make a sound, but I can do it. Try it. It's very difficult. My entire life, I've been waiting for the moment that this becomes a valuable asset of the things that I can juggle. Hey, what's up, Barbara? I don't know anything about that, Barbara. You gotta bring that to me. I'll give you this much, just from what I'm reading. He said snake venom theory. I don't know what it means, but here's my guess at it. The reason they used to call people snake oil salesmen is because what they were peddling was actually it was a slight version of poison that could heal people, and it did. But because the pharmaceutical industry decided how can we poison people and then give them the panacea without like something as simple as like getting stung by a bee. There's what's called bee sting therapy. You ever heard of this? people that have like MS or certain types of uh, what kind of disorders. There's a bunch, but bee sting therapy is pretty good because it's gonna cause an immunological response. I'm not saying get sick to get, you don't have to get sick. You could have a better immune system, but your immune system. This is a George Carlin joke, and it's not a joke. He was talking about why people are so like. He's like, when I grew up, I was swimming in the Hudson. I was swimming where there's fucking wastewater, and my immune system is healthy as shit. You know, because what happens, here's why they give you allergies shots and all this. The idea is, if I give you a little bit of the poison, you ever comb your hair and you sneeze because it pulls on. There we go. So you put a little bit of the bacteria in you, so your body analyzes it and figures it out. That's what your urine does. Okay. Your urine is, your kidneys are doing the process of taking a poison and inverting it and giving you the solution to it. And so what snake oil or snake venom, I would assume, is like, if you're allergic to bee stings, if you're allergic to nuts, here's how to get over your allergy to nuts. Eat one nut, and you won't have an allergic response. The next day, eat two. Next day, eat three. It's the same way you build. Like, if you want to be stronger, what do? You can't do 100 sit-ups in one day. You can't do 100 push-ups. What do? You go out and you do one today. Tomorrow you do two. So you build up a tolerance towards something. I'm not saying it's, yeah, but here's the thing is, here's a little trick to the universe. See, some things you should not tolerate. Because we're going to live in such a world, if people keep doing this, the pussification of culture, that they're so tolerant to everything, that insanity will become a normalized version of our reality. Like, you can already see it. Like, the whole idea of, the lefts are doing this, and the Democrat rat party is doing this, and like, everything's too liberal and this and that, and everybody's got to, like, fucking, oh yeah, are your feelings hurt? Are you? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something you don't like? People can do all the shit you don't like every day of your life, but if you say something you don't like, it's more offensive. It's more offensive that I'll make a joke about something absurd that happened. The absurdity of what has occurred in the world is so far beyond. Like, if I say something, I'm just making view. I'm just looking at it, going, hey, fucking people get AIDS and fucked in the ass. Okay. But there are literally people with AIDS that get fucked in the ass. So, like, my observation of it should not be more profound than the fact that people allow that to happen. Like, there probably shouldn't be certain things occurring. And so what we do, so this seems like you're like, what are you talking about? Here's the little bit of the poison that results in creating a panacea, which is a solution. So the little bit of poison is me speaking something, so that way you don't have to deal with it. Like, if you explain something to somebody well enough, you say, if I explain it to you, you'll never want to. Or if I explain something correctly, you can visualize it. You don't actually have to go ingest that. Like, okay, there's plenty of substances that I've consumed through my life. Would I suggest that anyone consumes any of those? Most of them probably not. Although I had the experience of those things, So, like, oh, hey, did you ever do like way too much ketamine? Did you ever do, like, have you ever got way too, like, whatever it is? So that is, everything is going to be poison, but in the smallest amount, it will give you a little insight into, okay, that's that's your limiters. That's your immune system. That's what snake oil is. Uh, snake venom, bee venom. Bee venom can heal you, like whatever they're sticking into you. Yeah. No shit. Oh yeah. Oh sure, Barbara. Oh, I got you here. Yeah, I mean, I like how they use the word remedy in there. The word remedy is right in there. The remedy server. And when somebody's got to call themselves, if you name your company the remedy server, you're probably not that. I'm just gonna say. If I say I'm the greatest of all time, I'm the fucking goat of anything. Like, yeah, there's some things I'm pretty good at. I'll give myself that much credit. I'm good enough at most things. But if I'm like, I wouldn't trust that person. I wouldn't trust that corporation. That, like, you're trying to. Here's the thing: is you're trying too hard. If you have to market something, that means you're trying too hard. You're gonna put a spectacle on. You're gonna market an idea, a product, to something to people, because it's not. It's you're gonna sing and dance, and people are like, oh, I'll give you a couple bucks for singing and dancing. But what they're actually getting is like that's. I've seen people do shitty singing and dancing, and people give them money, kind of because out of like sorrow, of like ugh, yeah. But and they think they're getting paid because they're doing something good. In fact, the more you promote something, and it's not what you'd call an organic, grassroots green, like a foundation of grassroots. That was the original grassroots foundation. Then marketing something is a ploy to suck people into something that is probably not good for them. Why is it in America you're allowed? Here's case in point, done, over with when I say this. Why in the U.S. can these corporations that sell all sorts of drugs and pharmacia, it's allowed to be on TV to tell people, oh, you have a problem and here's your medicine, only in the U.S. And we have the most dependency on pharmaceutical drugs in anywhere in the world. I wonder why. The only pharmaceutical drugs I'll take is, I'll get myself an aspirin or whatever, like a fake Tylenol from the cheap whatever store once in a while. Got little aches and pains here. My medicine's alchemy. My medicine is showing people virtuous things and drinking beer and having a good time. That's my medicine. You know? Why is it that if it's so good, people they would come to it. They would come to the conclusion that the best thing they can do is, here's a substance. People find to be good substances? Not what they're told repeatedly on the television. What? You can't really say that pharmaceutical companies are any healthier than McDonald's. It's the same thing. Why? Because McDonald's literally puts people into hospitals. So whether it's on purpose, by proxy, or they're in cahoots, McDonald's causes people to go to the hospital, and then when they go to the hospital to fix the problem reaction solution, what's available to eat in the hospital? Any healthy food in there? You ever eaten hospital food? What the fuck is that? I thought you were trying to help me. They ain't trying to help you. Uh-uh. You are a customer and a victim at that point. That's just what it is. What's up, Divine? Monoclonal antibodies. Oh, interesting. You bring up nicotine. Yeah, I don't see the problem with it. Maybe it's because I don't have an addictive behavior mechanism in my system really. Other than I just like what I like when I like it. But like nicotine, I think it's very valuable. There's a couple great books on like the Native American spirits and the use of ceremonial ritualistic tobacco use. And there's definitely parts of the body that require it. It's like everybody's like, there's a cannabinoid system in the human body. We should all smoke weed. Well, yeah, sure. But like as soon as they do that, then they downplay cigarettes, not because tobacco in and of itself is bad, but because they don't realize that the chemicals that go into it are it's not the tobacco. Why does a cigarette smell wildly different than a pipe or a cigar? It smells wildly different. It smells fucking disgusting. Shouldn't that alone tell you? But nicotine on its own, I don't find any addiction out of it. I don't know how did I escape that? Like parents both smoked, everybody I knew smoked. I didn't really smoke. Like now I'll smoke a cigarette now and then, but this shit doesn't impress me much. Venom poisoning. Hmm. I wonder see that's an interesting relationship. What would what does tobacco and snake venom have to do with each other? Seems very Kundalini-esque, right? Both are medicines. One is an herb and one is like hmm, because snake is connected to snake is connected to like the Kundalini, right? And you got the either Mercurian, you got the one snake or the two snakes. There's these two dogs that are wilding out. Alright. Hi, puppies. Sorry, you guys didn't get to see it, but king cobra and Chinese crate snakes are having used synthesized powder. No, okay, interesting. Let me read that again. Yeah, I think it's one of the best lessons is the poison is in the what are they? How is it said? The dude said it a long time ago that the poison is in the quantity or something. It's not. Nothing is necessarily poison. It's in. Well, he didn't get it completely right. It's how you use it and how much of you use it. But he said how much. Anything is poisonous if you take too much, right? Even water could kill you, right? Yeah, but that's not why. It's the you know it's the quantity. Here's a little thing. Here's a fucking stupid ass motherfucker that I had to talk to the other day. That he was defending the idea of people that do eating challenges where they eat like 20 pounds of food. They eat like 600 chicken wings and shovel glizzies, hot dogs down their fucking gullets, and then afterwards throw up. I'm like, that's called bulimia. You know that, right? Just because you do it for a competition doesn't mean you're not a fucking bulimic. It's a serious issue. It's a mental and it's a mental disorder and a physical disorder. Shoveling. Could you imagine the day you said, "Hey, I can shovel 100 hot dogs into my face, and then afterwards stick your finger down and vomit it out"? You know how bad that is for your esophagus? Do you know how much acid's coming out of you? Do you know how stupid that is? Do you know how fucking insane that is? And the only thing stupider than eating competitions is the fucking idiots that watch it. If you watch or you praise these people, you're a fucking coward. You're a loser. You're a fool. You're a dummy. You're a chump. You're so far beyond the pale of reality. Like you're borderline fucking insane. Like the people that are sitting there walking around in circles in the street, just tapping on something, going You're a crazy person if you go to a fucking Nathan's hot dog eating competition and applaud these crazy, dumbfoundedly, insanely idiotic, moronic, stupid fucks. Yeah, well, everybody, yeah, here. This is always the joke. Go to the joke about the starving Ethiopian children. Go to like a war-torn country that's it's suffering some sort of famine. They're famished, right? And go have an eating competition there, and let all of the people from the village, and you put barbed wire up around it, and you have people with guns, and you put all the food inside of there. It'll be like a Hunger Games ritual, and you have all these people that are like, if I could just have one bite of that, that would be so good. And these people are just like sloth, just shoveling food in their mouth, and then they have the audacity, as big bags and piles of pumpkin piss, puke, and perturbed ponies. I don't even fucking know these fucking punk bitches, and they're gonna go vomit it up. That's what's happening. That's the world right now. They're wretched. That's what it's called. To wretch. These people are wretched. Ratchet. Like ratchet. Yeah. What'd you say, Divine? If we have inside of us all that we ever need, a path that we need for other people's theories and books. Well, I mean, the idea that you can go visit the Akashic record, it basically, here's what you would miss. If you could visit the Akashic record, which would be akin to your DNA and the storehouse of memories, it would be your lineage to ancestral knowledge, but you wouldn't. The only knowledge you can have while you're living is your experience. You can't, unless you're telekinetic, unless you're empathetic, you can't experience this life to put that into that would go into the Akashic records, which would be part of your DNA that you would put onto the next seed that goes in the tree. But this tree is not making the food that tree over there is. So you're that tree. The Akashic record is everything is underground, is all the intricate network of mycelium and all of the tree branches that are touching each other. That's the Akashic record. So in that way, yes, that's in you. But you still have an experience. So you have access to the other past history books, but if you always go to the library to read books, because you got to read. I know people that have read books their entire life, but they've never written a damn word. Yeah, does that make sense? Hey, well, you know what? I don't mind the Dracula snake fangs. I, I may or may not have those that I shaved down years ago. You know the two canine teeth? Yeah. Actually, I went to the dentist and I was like, hey, can you shave these bitches down? He's like, yeah, I can do that. I'm like, cool, I'll take that. Because it was too obvious that I speak with a Dracula's tongue. Hey Barbara, you remember saying alcohol is a cleanser. Do I still feel in general that anyone's health will not be affected if you consume daily? Most people's lives would be positively affected if they consumed alcohol daily. Most people's would be extremely healthy and more bountiful. Should I just use my own personal experience? 42, I look like a fucking Greek god, and I drink more alcohol than most people on the planet. Now, is that the only thing? No, I also fast. I also, I keep my diet light. I don't eat too much fried food. All of these things. Everyone I know, I think the world would be a better place if everyone, if happy hour was not at 4 to 6 p.m., but if happy hour was when you wake up in the morning at like 7 to 9, instead of going in coffee, if everyone went and had 2 drinks and then went to work, we'd have a much healthier, productive, happy society. And people's health would be benefited to a very large degree. Because their blood would be thinner, they would move things in their system quicker. They would take high quality dumps.
Everything that we talk about, everything that we talk about on a daily basis, of course. I couldn't do it.
You've been drinking a couple every day. You're worried? Is that like a psychological effect, or are you projecting that you shouldn't feel good about drinking? And what are you drinking though, and when? And do you have other influences on you that are telling you that that's a bad idea? I don't. Everyone that I know that is a good person, without question, drinks. Everyone. The only people that I find to be not good people and almost goddamn psychotic and scary and frustrating and bizarre and strange and not of this world, they don't consume alcohol and have a they're religiously against consuming alcohol. I find those people to be the bane. Is that the bane of existence? Is that right? Yeah, like they're the shittiest, most judgmental cocksuckers on the planet. Have a drink, sit down, relax, chill. What do? You go in a bar, you're tense from working, you sit down, you have a drink, and all of a sudden, 2 drinks in, you look over at who's sitting next to you, like, hey, what's up, man? What's up, girl? What you doing? Like, oh, we can relax and act human like again, because everybody's so tense and stressed out from their fucking day of just banging on a keyboard, or like, dealing with somebody in sales, or whatever the fuck you do in your life. Like, I think the world would be a better place if everybody just had 2 drinks in the morning. Yeah. I'll stand by that. Ooh. Low carb organic seltzers. uh, See, okay, I'll give you this much. I understand what alcoholic means, but there's also what's called drunkards. I'm a drunkard. I'm a drunk. I'm a generally well versed, well meaning, glorious, hilarious, stumble over the place. I'll have more good times than I have bad times drunk. But if I'm sober all of the time, I might be a fucking ignorant prick to everyone because I'm not loose enough. I'm not. Like, life is just too much of, like, I wouldn't put up with the shit that I put up. Like, when I'm a little drunk, I'll put up with more people's bullshit that I know that if I'm sober, I might wild out on someone. I might, like, not out of anxiety, not out of fear, not out of any of this. I've already analyzed the whole. I broke it all down. I was like, I would probably get in a fist fight like twice a week with anyone if I was sober all the time. Because people are pieces of shit a lot of times, and when I'm drunk, just a little bit, I go, I'm gonna let that pass. I'm gonna allow for that. So other people are different. So I'll say this much. Some people will drink and become violent fucking retards all of the time. They probably shouldn't drink. They have some aversion. But alcoholism, somebody that needs it and requires it, like someone that smokes cigarettes, someone that eats food, someone's addicted to sugar, it's all the same thing. That's wildly different than saying I like doing this and it tends to give me a good thing. Like, most people are addicted to going to their job, right? Because you love money. Alcoholism is no different than people loving big cars and fancy TVs and getting that cheddar, getting that cheese, getting a raise, getting more, that's what it is. It's the difference between having more and having something that's good, quantity and quality. We can all get stuck in the material world to some degree. Like, another $10 here, another fucking drink here, another bag of fucking chicken wings over here. You know, you go through the whole thing and realize that everybody is addicted to something, and there's no escaping that. That's what the Matrix is to quite a profound degree. That everyone is, you're gonna be addicted to something. You know, I found people that don't go out. They sit in their apartment and read a book, and they think that makes them intelligent, except they have no fucking life experience, and they're so far introverted with their head up their own ass that, like, well, what value are you bringing? What what are you bringing to the world? What do you and that would be, you know, the law of one, right? So everyone's got to be in service to others. Fuck that. You got to be in service to self first, then you can help others out. This is the story of Siddhartha. Siddhartha went, I'm gonna go and sit in a cave. I'm gonna go sit under this tree, and then came to realize that he's just he's part of this world as much as anything. Help people and enjoy your experience. That's it. Well, I mean, how else would you deal with it, Barbara? If I could ask you that, how else would you deal with it? What else would you do? There's plenty of grief. Everyone has grief over things, but like, look, I found myself talking to myself, like, out loud when I was walking over here because of something that's stupid that happened yesterday. But why? You know, grief is like the idea that, you know, when you take a shower sometimes and you're like, oh, I should have said this to that motherfucker. I had a joke, I had a zinger right there, and it wasn't on time. It's like reliving past experiences. It just no. You have to just go, that experience was that experience. It's gone, and here I am now. So drink a seltzer and enjoy the seltzer. You know, drink that beer, drink that wine. Or if you're doing it as a crutch, don't do it then. Don't do it. I don't do this as a crutch. I do this because it's fucking enjoyable, and I'm sitting out here and I get to kick it back. I get to kick back and talk to all of you, and maybe something that I say seems wise, whimsical, and wild and wonderful and whatever. That's part of the purpose, you know? It's not because I'm trying to, like, I'm not going anywhere and I'm not escaping anything. I'm not running from things and I'm not running to anything. That's the point. So if while you're sitting here you want to eat a candy bar, or gorge on some ice cream, or have a drink, or smoke a blunt, or whatever the hell you do, fucking do it. But if you feel like you're without, if you can't, like, then that's when you should go, am I doing this to gloss over some other things that I'm missing something? Yeah. Yeah. Do it if you like it. If you don't do it. But the thing is, don't let your past experiences qualify, judge you, and justify whether or not, like, you should feel good or bad about having a drink. If it's not getting in the way of your life and it's not causing any harm, then fucking go at it. Fucking go out to the bar, get laid. I don't know. My daughter agrees. Your daughter agrees with me? Good for her. Yes. I don't know who your daughter is, but yes, correct. It's. I think that's the only universal law. You asked me this before. What's the soul trap? No, I don't think so. To a degree, it captures your spirit for a moment, but it doesn't. It cannot trap your soul. It captures your spirit, not your soul. But, you know, that's maybe that's just semantics. But I think there should be a clear distinction between the soul being everything, like, and your spirit being your animated version of what's going on. It's spirit, and spirit isn't alcohol. Like, if any spirit is getting in your way, eliminate it. Don't interact with it. You always interact with the soul. You are that. But spirits are everywhere. That person over there is a spirit. That tree is a spirit. That fucking thing over there, it's a spirit. And I can choose to interact with it if I want. And if it's not agreeing with me, Like, I was drinking, what the fuck did I drink? Oh, I drank some Mick Ultra the other day. And you know what? That spirit did not agree with me. It was not even noon, and I fucking vomited. I don't vomit. I drink all the time. So I drank some Mick Ultra, and it just made me gag, and I threw it up. Didn't agree with me, so I don't drink that. Simple. Like, some days I'm like, hey, I want to smoke some weed. Other days I'm like, I probably won't smoke weed for another 2 months. Sometimes I'm like, hey, let me fucking fast and take a break from eating. I don't need to eat. Sometimes I'm like, hey, I don't need to drink. It's just, you gotta just get on that wave. You gotta just, row your boat and just merrily down the stream, huh? Be, whatever agrees with you agrees with you. What doesn't, you know? Just, hopefully that's helpful. Ha ha ha, what up, Skull? You do need to get laid, Barbara? Hey. You've been, oh, sorry, I can't read. You've been taking, I don't even know what that is. Oh, is that niacin? Yeah. You do need to get laid. This is, come on. I don't know, Barbara. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you look like. But let me make it simple for women right now. Let me just break it down. If a woman wants to get laid, you don't have to do anything. Like, dudes or dogs, they'll stick their face and their penis just about anywhere. I know plenty of people, myself included. You'd look at me and you'd be like, "There's no way you'd ever have sex with that piece of shit right there." I'm like, "You want to bet?" Like, men will have sex with, fuck. I mean, let's go behind that dumpster. I'll fuck a fat bitch behind a dumpster. A woman is a little more classy. You get to control it. You could pick out who's gonna have sex with you. Women have sex up. Men will have sex down. Meaning, like, if you think you're like a 6 good looking, maybe I'm older, maybe I'm a little overweight, everything's not in order. A dude that is really good looking would still probably fuck you. A guy is gonna go, oh, he's gonna look in the mirror and he'll just be like, hey, I'm just gonna take whatever I can get tonight, because that's the power of pussy. Like, it's your choosing, basically. Oh, and anyway, anybody here, speaking of, for all of this sound sage advice and wisdom, if anybody wants to, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, feel free to put a couple of dollars in my donation jar. TSAR, capital XEN, Cash App, PayPal. Appreciate it. And yeah. So I gotta do some commerce break here after we go from comedy to stoicism to ridiculousness to some sort of archaic knowledge and philosophy of, and then we get into whatever, fuck shit. Oh, and also, remember this, you clowns, you jackoffs. I love you all, but it's very easy to hit thumbs up. That's appreciated, unless you haven't liked the show. And as always, I'll say, if you don't like the show, why the fuck are you listening? Unless you're just a creepy pile of fucking dog doo-doo. I don't know how dog doo-doo could be creepy, but yeah. Hey, but if you're busy and you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't gotta give me a thumbs up. You give me a thumbs down. You don't gotta. But I'll never know, because it doesn't show up on YouTube anymore, which is stupid. We'll leave it there with the thumbs down button, but we're not gonna show it anymore. What a hot piece of trash that is, huh? What up, gentlemen? What you doing, yo? You're 62. You know what? Hey, if you're nice enough, maybe I could throw a little bit of fucking sausage your way. No, I've never. I don't know that I've been with a chick. Huh. I'm wondering. Oldest woman I've ever been with. The oldest woman I was ever with was probably when I was younger. Funny enough, when I was younger, I used to get with older women, and now that I'm older, I get with younger women. And I don't know. Maybe late 40s, late 40s. Yeah. That was when I was in my 30s. When I was in my 20s, when I was 20, shit. I think I slept with like a 45-year-old when I was 20. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Come and get it. Oh, okay, Barbara. Should I dive in nose first, face first, or just get straight to fucking, or what? Fucking stupid. So you are actually, hey, so Barbara Koger, you actually are a cougar, huh? That was a cheap dad joke there. uh, he always thought I would say, well, thank you. And sometimes I deal with my sexiness the same way I think most people do. Unless someone is vain and narcissistic, you don't wake up every day going, look at this is amazing. Like it's sometimes it's a struggle. Sometimes it's like I get out of bed, I'm like, I'm a fucking hefty piece of waste to just go back in the cave. Shut up. You look stupid. You're an ignorant fool. You don't. No one likes you. And I go, ugh. Other days I'm like, God damn it, you're a blessing for the world. People love you. You're attractive, and go be the sunshine. We all go through that. You can't rest on. If you rest on thinking you're too beautiful, you'll end up having a bad time, a very bad depressed time when you're not getting what you want. That's like people that always I think it was a Wax lyric where he said I'm not gonna do his lyrics because I'll fuck it up, so I'm gonna give you the idea. He said good looking chicks don't give good head because everything was given to them. They ain't sucking dick right because they just think they deserve to be pleasured, and hey, I look like this, I look like this. They're gonna have a hard time once they get older and have no personality and they're pathetic. Like, you have no personality. You didn't come up with any knock knock jokes. You didn't do anything worth it. Like if you're gonna suck me off, make sure you cup the balls and stick your nose down there, lick my taint. If you're feeling a little frisky, eat my asshole. I don't know. I'm just saying, you gotta be invested into the moment. You can't just be so vain, loving yourself all the time. Never. I've only probably had relations with one stellarly hot, blonde hair, blue eyed, that kind of thing, because they just thought they were too good for the world. And she was so I'm so unimpressed with them is what they don't get. Like, you're not really that pretty. Like, you look like every other piece of shit out there. Like you're printed in a laboratory and they forgot to install a goddamn personality. Like it took a lot to be this. It took a lot to be this good looking. I probably was not a good looking child. Probably not. You have to develop a personality through bumps and bruises and saying the wrong thing. I was not this well equipped. Verbiage, language. I didn't have this. No way. It developed over some time. Like, I became better looking with age. That the old adage that wine, the more you age wine, the better it tastes, the kind of shit. Yeah, then what happens? I'm just gonna get older and get old man strength. Then I'm gonna be good looking old man strength. It's gonna be too much for people. It only gets better. All right. Anyways, enough about nothing. Just like yourself, you know. It's hard enough to love yourself every day. Just work on liking yourself and at least aspects of you. Every time you think like, oh, that's a fucking stupid idea. I'm such an idiot. Da da da. Every time you do that, just go, well, there's these other things that I do that more than make. If there was the balance, if there was the karmic thing, just the other side is well overloaded. You can't think that, you know, you can't get down on yourself. There's fat, fucking balding, toothless, idiot assholes playing video games all day, getting head by like a hot fucking, you know, goth chick. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing wrong. there's nothing wrong with you. Never pretend that you're worse than anyone, and never pretend that you're better than someone. And then you'll have life figured out. Oh, it's just my knowledge. Come on, I'm kind of sexy. Come on, I'm kind of nice to look at. I'm kind of soft on the eyes. Speaking about soft on the eyes, I gave away a pair of my sunglasses last night for some dude, and it's my favorite pair of sunglasses. And I was like, you know what, dude, you can have them. He's like, dude, for real? And he goes, yeah. Or I go, yeah, take them. I was like, don't worry, I can find the same pair tomorrow. And poof, here they are. There was only one pair left in the store, and these are my favorite glasses right here. This is the third pair of these that I bought. This is why I can't have expensive sunglasses, because I can't. The amount of sunglasses that I break, give away, or trade or whatever, I would be broke. So this is why I get the cheap sunglasses. See, these ones are a little too dark. This makes everything a little brighter. Ah, look at that. Everyone should try to get a pair of you know, like they say, rose-colored glasses. You want to make your world better. Buy yourself the chakra glasses. You get like a 10-pack, right? And it's basically every color you can think of. It's Roy G. Biv and then a couple other ones. Or you could just get a pair. I would say the best ones are yellow, and the yellow ones are the best. It makes everything just go. Purple is a lot of fun at night. Purple ones are for night. Yellow ones are for day. At least for me. Green ones are cool sometimes. Some of it is a little too overwhelming, because when you take it off, there's this stark contrast in your reality of the world. Like these are really good. It just brightens and sharpens things. They don't necessarily block too many sun rays, and they look kind of fresh, which is important. Whatever. Yeah, the knowledge is icing on the cake. Hey, who's this over here? Is this who I think it is? Ah, hey, is this who I think it is? What up, yo? Glasses magic, Parik, hashish, and cocoa bean leaf. What up, yo? Even if it wasn't for your little picture in the corner, I could have probably figured it out. What's up, Sai? Can I call you Sai on here, or is that? I'm gonna call you Bill Sai, the Sai guy. the Szechuan sauce. Yeah, man. What's been going on? Oh, did you guys like the picture? Did you guys like the picture on the front of the screen when you clicked on? It was such a. Was that? I think that was the one I put on there. The drawing. It was a drawing of me yesterday. I met some. Well, it was weird because I was just sitting there talking to some dude, getting fucking high as shit, listening to music, and some chick started drawing me from behind, and then comes over, taps my shoulder. She goes, "Hey, I drew a picture of you. Like, is that okay?" I was like, "Fuck yes." Yeah, it's pretty dope. I think that's a pretty. I think yeah. I think that's a pretty good likeness. I think that's a pretty good likeness. And you know, when someone wants to take your picture or draw you, it seems so weird. Like I can't just sit here and pose and do all this shit. And I was so thankful that I told her, I was like, I'm so glad you drew it and then showed me rather than saying, hey, can I draw you? I was like, because that would have been, then I would have been like trying to do something, you know? Like I would have been voguing or something, or what? Like, sachet. Yeah, no, it was, no, that's, and I really, what I really liked, I think she got, what she got my ear right. It was, that my ear kind of just has a little bit of a crookedness back that way. So, it was a very good, honestly, for not seeing my entire face, because she didn't even know what I looked like from that angle, that was a pretty good, for anybody that's seen me in both directions, like, that's a pretty good likeness, I think. Yeah. Yeah. She was cute. Although oddly enough, somebody else that I know got jealous over that picture of me. That I don't even like. Oh, it's like why people even drawing pictures of you? What's that way? I was like, why would you care? Why would you? Oh yeah, oh Barbara. Yes, yeah, perhaps. Well, it was also Easter Sunday. I was also wearing full on golden tunic and a gold headband, and at the time my hair was up. My hair was down a little bit before that. So I don't know if she's seen me with my hair down, but she liked it better with the hair. I don't know. But it was, yeah. And it was sunny out. So there was all of that happening. I don't think it was me doing it. Like I wasn't being all sexy. It just so happens to be what I am, I guess. Sometimes. You gotta add modesty to your repertoire. Oh, also I was teaching somebody. Anybody here know how to do cloud busting? Cloud busting is so there's a couple clouds in the sky, but they're the wispy ones. They're kind of just like there's no rain there. It just kind of adds a little bit of a delicate, like there's a cloud in the sky, but it's not really causing any problems. There's a way to erase those. You just have to look at them and just take your mind to a place that like right there's a cloud, but in my mind I'm projecting the sky to be blue, and that will just start to vanish and disappear. Just try it. It works. I promise you. It does. It's funny to tell people to do it and then they don't do it and they don't realize it works. It's like a certain kind of magic. And I remember I was living in North Carolina and I was sitting on the beach and it was like it's a beautiful day, but then some clouds start getting in the way of the sun. And so we're playing cornhole. Me and my girlfriend and a couple older folks that were fucking hilariously awesome. And I was like, hey, you ever heard of cloud busting? Because they were like, oh, well, you know, it's a little dark now. Where the fuck? Why do these clouds come from? Where do these clouds come from? And so I was like, watch. I was like, let's start breaking these clouds apart. And so I was like, sit with me for a couple minutes. So I make a cloud disappear. I was like, you realize like I'm making that one, and I'm like, okay, pick one. You pick it. Tell me which exact cloud. And so I was like, let me show you how to do it. And so I went through breaking up 3 clouds that become blue sky. And they're like, what the fuck? I was like, you can do it. Now just pick one yourself. Just stare at it and make it vanish. Try it out. It's it's nice when a man is sexy. Yeah, cause then people go like overboard with that shit. It's like being too clean, like being too. It's like, oh, of course, fucking, I look like this. I'm fucking gorgeous. Yeah, you gotta have self fucking respect, but you also and say I love myself and this is beautiful. You have to have that, but you also have to have that modesty about going. Well, I might not be everybody's cup of tea or bag of weed or you know. I'm a fucking ignorant I'm an asshole. I get it, but other people, I'm an asshole for other people sometimes. So like 50% of people are like, yeah, well, he said what needed to be said. Other people are like, that's so bullshit. Why you acting like Karen-y and shit? I'm like, I'm sorry, no one's talked to you like this before. Like you think people all the time try this thing. This is about a sexiness too is also a mental attitude. People try to get away with this shit all the time, where they've in their entire life are just such dominators. They act like they're alpha, and they dominate things to the point where no one says anything to them. And then here comes me, and I'm like, and then they act like I'm in the wrong for correcting them for their behavior. I got punched dead in the back of my skull last night. You want to hear a story? This is real. And I'm good. I think, yeah, my head doesn't even hurt because the dude was fucking weak as shit. So I'm walking home from going out and hanging out, and there's a bunch of chaos occurring. And if you understand how big a sidewalk is enough for 2 people. Well, a sidewalk in a major city, if you know the street, you know the street, Canal. The sidewalk is huge. There's enough space for everyone. And these motherfuckers, there's like 10 people there having some sort of goddamn argument and beef. So my choice is either to stop or walk into Canal Street and get hit by a car. So instead of stopping or walking into Canal Street, what do? I just keep fucking walking. I'm like, excuse me. And so now they have beef with each other. All these kids got beef with each other. I don't fucking know what's going on. I was like, I'm just trying to get to the fucking streetcar. Like, get the fuck out the way. So I walk through them, and I bump into this dude, and he punches me in the back of the fucking head. I hit the ground, and I stand up, and I turn around. I was like, really? And everyone vanished. Dude ran. He fucking sucker punched me in the back of the fucking head. Because they were having beef amongst each other, and I just was trying to go somewhere, and they wouldn't get out the fucking way. What you gonna do? Yo, dog, if you were there, oh no, we'd have eaten these motherfuckers' asses. And then afterwards, dude's sitting on the corner like, he's sitting in front of that McDonald's there. He's like, yo, why did you do that? I was like, why did I do that? I was like, I have somewhere to be. He goes, what? I was like, dude, the entire sidewalk was blocked. What the fuck? I was like, if I don't walk where I'm going, then everyone behind me, all of the tourists and everyone else, they're gonna get blocked by them that are causing chaos in the streets. And I was like, and let me ask you a question, where are they right now? And he couldn't understand what I was saying. I'm like, they're not here, are they? Like, dude punched me in the back of the fucking head. I stood up and everyone bounced. I was like, I don't think you understood who you just fucking hit in the back of the head. That's not who you want to hit in the back of the head. Not gonna have a conversation with this fucking jackass sitting in the fucking front of McDonald's. Dude, I'm trying to go home. Motherfuckers fighting in the street. Get the fuck out my way. See? You gotta have that. Like, what? Did that? His fist probably hurts. I'm telling you. I mean, see that's just the funny shit that happens, you know. What are you supposed to do? What would you do in that scenario? Are you gonna let that stand in front of you? Are you gonna stop and wait? You gonna fucking excuse me? I see that you're in the way of progress of reality. Can you just get to? I'm sorry. Like you should know better than be standing in the middle of the fucking here doing this. It's stupid. Anyways, so that's got that out. Sometimes it's nice to upgrades. Oh yeah, he hit me right here. It's fine. No, there's no dilemma, but he did. He cut me right there as I'm walking past. I see him over my left shoulder. I could see it like over my left shoulder. It's like, dudes. And I did that like drop to one knee because like I don't know if you've ever been punched in the back of the head by a fucking pussy bitch before. And I was like, what? What's happened here? Yeah, well, yeah, Barbara. The thing about stupid people is, what can you do with them? So if you're a child, there's perhaps you could be educated, right? But once somebody gets into a rhythm, or like a flow, or a groove, like on a record, once it's in there and it's religious, it becomes their personality. You can't. It's really hard to alter that. So there's a point where stupid people, like I'm not against the Greeks. I'm not against the people saying throw these motherfuckers off of mountains. I'm not against, cleansing of the earth. I'm not Thanos. I don't think he was wrong. Uh, just to be true, I mean, really, honestly, like there are some people that you just go, there's nothing. You're a stupid motherfucker. There's nothing I can do to help you, and you know, be done with you. If a weed is growing in your garden, what do? You get rid of the fucking weed, don't you? Now, to a degree, a weed can be helpful. Sure. I ain't saying God is inexplicitly saying, explicitly saying that, just chop everything down, don't let anything grow. I'm saying if something's kind of like trying to, destroy your garden, maybe it has to be dealt with. Hey, Barbara, how old is your daughter? Go get a fucking beer then. Hey, are you getting like fucking, huh? Are you getting like built? Or are you just training like, you got like oxygen lungs, you could run 20 miles or 32? Hey, hey, Barbara, how about a little mother-daughter action, huh? Bing. Me, you, your daughter, who knows what happens, huh? Hey, if for only a payment of $9.90 a month, you can watch me and Barbara and her daughter on my OnlyFans account. It'll be fine. Hey, don't worry about it, huh? Stupid. Oh, nice. All right. Yes, I think I'm only on the market for a little while longer because someone's trying to monopolize my being, and I think I would allow them to do that, but I think I'm allowed to be polyamorous, polygamous, and all that for a little while longer. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Stupid. Yeah. What you gonna do? I don't know. Hey, buy me a beer. We'll make this happen. If you yeah, if you buy me a beer, it doesn't make me a prostitute. It just gets me drunk enough to think it's a good idea, and it probably will be. And also, here's another thing. Any dudes in here know if you get a couple drinks in you, you can fuck harder, longer. Like it's everybody wants a dick pill to do it. I don't get it. Just have a beer. Like just don't drink whiskey, because then you might end up like with a soft, flaccid cock. But like, damn, if I'm completely sober, I'm probably not. You know, I could definitely eat like the shit out of simplicity. You know what I mean? But got a couple beers. It will just numb your dick just enough that you could fuck longer, and you can pleasure women more. It's just part of the. Why do you think I drink so much? It's not for me. It's not for me. Oh, Barbara. Oh, thank you. You are the best. Thank you. I can't look right now because I'm on my phone, so I can't look at it whilst. But I appreciate it. Yeah. And you tell me right now what should I drink with that? You tell me what to purchase next time I go to the store. Because right now, High Life it is. We got High Lifes, and I do have this, and but I don't know if I should drink it right now. Some espresso. This is community coffee espresso. It's really good, but I also, if I drink coffee, I'm gonna have to take a dump, and if I have, then I obviously gotta shut this shit off because I've only once or twice done a show from the shitter. Maybe my next show will be called Show from the Shitter, and I'll do it while taking a dump. That would be kind of funny, which is always probably super hilarious to people, because some people watch some of my videos and they're like, oh, he's like a wise person and he says all of these really, and he's very, and then another show I'm gonna like fucking be half naked taking a dump and pouring beer in myself. Like, how is that happen? Oh, hey, when did you get here? Did you get here before or after I changed my sunglasses? Check these bitches out. Dude, these you could fucking rock out right here. These would look super dope with your hair. Check those ones out. Yeah. These are super good. Yeah. I wish you guys had a store up there that you could get $1.99 sunglasses at. It's funny, I would send you them, but it would cost more to send them than it is to even fucking purchase the goddamn sunglasses themselves. Maybe what I'll do, oh shit, maybe I could find out what their source of sunglasses is, and I'll just start, $10? $10 sunglasses? If I get them $2, I could probably get them $1 a piece. I could sign them or something, I don't know. I could just fucking jerk off on them or fart on them. I don't know what people are into, and then send them to them. Yeah, like $2 probably. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe they're part of everything. Sunglasses. Like these ones here. These are super dope. These are like the Clarks, or yeah. You serious? These are category fucking 3 UV joints. There's like shits on here. There's like all sorts of, like, there's coating and stuff on here. Yeah, pretty dope. Oh yeah. Hey, thank you, man. Hey, Si, there's the days that I go, fuck this. Why did I come here? What the fuck is all of this? This is too much trouble. It's not worth it. But then I just take a breath and I go, fuck it, look at this. This is what I do. I go, look at this shit right here. Look at these beautiful flowers. Look at that. That's what I get to see. Like, just these beautiful flowers. Just look around and, like, holy shit, there's ducks and there's palm trees. And I go, oh, alright, I guess I'll stick around. Despite all the boombaras. The last 4 digits of my phone number for the Venmo? Oh, I don't know when I set it up. Why is it making you do that? Because I don't know what phone I had at the time when I set it up. It could have been a different number. Huh. Try. I think it's probably my last phone. It's asking. Wait, Barbara. It's asking you for my last 4 of my phone number. I think it's 8039. I think that's the one. I've had different phones because I live in different cities. Lost a couple phones. Try that. Try 8039. If that doesn't work, I'll give you the other one. But wait a second. Give me another phone. See if that works. It did not work. Let me think about this. Try 2439. Give me all the fucking codes. Do some gematria on this. What did I tell you before? 8031 or 2439 is the 2 possibilities. What up, gentlemen? You can hit skip without confirming. There. Oh, that one worked. Okay. There it is. There now. Yeah. No one during this show asked me for what my area code is, even though that's pretty fucking obvious. And do not ask me for the first 3 of my phone number, because I don't want my phone blown up again. I gotta get a new phone number. It's 504, by the way. Fucking 504, yo. That was 3, but 504, yeah. Yeah. Success. Correct. Oh man, you know what? The most beautiful flowers. Hey, Sai. What's the name of the white flowers? The little white ones. You know, the bushes. The white. Yeah. Yeah. What? Hey, Barbara. What am I supposed to drink? What are the white? Is jasmine? Has everyone here? Have you ever smelled jasmine in a morning with dew on it when it's hot and it just blossomed? Oh, like I can smell it right now, and it's probably up there. But if on an early morning in the shade, what the heat is beaming down because it's like 85. Yo, jasmine is the sweetest smell on the fucking planet. Yeah. Yeah, Sigh, you know, because I'm sitting here going, yeah. The purple ones. No, I'm talking about the white ones. I thought that was you got jasmine, and then the purple, the lavender, and then you got the cat's claws, the yellow ones. Is that right? Yeah, like people always say people that come to New Orleans, first of all, if you ever talk shit about New Orleans, first off, fuck you. Don't ever come back. We don't want you here. Second off, the only way you could talk shit is if because all you did was went to the French Quarter and said, oh, it smells like hot garbage and Cheetos and buttholes and piss and like, yeah, you could say that because you were on one street at fucking 2 a.m. and you probably got You probably got fucking scalped and someone stole your money and you dropped the beer and you're an idiot. But the rest of the city, and even in the French Quarter, smells like fucking heaven. Like, only occasionally you would find a hot pile of that stinky shit. The rest of the city, you can walk anywhere you want. It smells, it's flowers. Your city, I'm guessing, does not have fucking palm trees, nor lined. You can walk down the street and there's trees. Like your suburban lifestyle, your whatever the fuck, you have to drive somewhere. You have to drive to where the park is or something. No, the entire city is covered in trees and flowers that smell like. Hold on. You can get high off the fucking flowers. Hey, Barbara, is my email address the same? It's whatever's in the bottom. Yeah, TheoLuminous. Use that one. My dude ran a fucking quarter mile there. Huh. Yeah, TheoLuminous. That's the one. Oh yeah, it's incredibly fun to fast here. If you've never fasted before, it's probably not fun because there's so much intoxicating things between the fucking the women, or if you're into men, the men are beautiful, the women are beautiful, the music is outstanding, and the food, give me a fucking break. And there's alcohol, you can imbibe in all the spirits. But if you can fast while you're here, it's pretty fucking awesome. But you can just walk amongst everything that's so inebriating and intoxicating and just go. Like, I don't know how many times I've just walked through the French Quarter and walked around places for days, not having even eaten a thing. I won't stop at a restaurant, I won't get a drink, and just go, interesting. Barbara, you did the urine end still. Good. Yeah. People that don't know. Oh, it's been a while. I think it's been maybe like 2 weeks since I've drank some piss. But if anybody here doesn't know, if you don't drink piss, you're a fucking loser. How about that? Take that. Some of the strongest people on the planet in the MMA, in the NFL, Chad Johnson, remember? Ocho Cinco. He used to say, my grandma told me that if I get an injury, he's like, look at my career. How many games did I miss? Not a single one. He's like, every time I had any kind of injury, I would have every one of my team piss into a bucket. And so I'd ask my teammates, because my grandma told me, is what he said. My grandma told me. And then he would ask his teammates, piss in a bucket for me. And if they said no, he's like, you're going to piss for the man for a drug test, but you won't piss in a bucket for me so I can put my ankle in it because my ankle is swollen and it's going to heal it. And they'd immediately piss in a fucking thing. And he would just fill that thing up and put his fucking foot in it. Piss in a bucket, yo. Put your wounds in there. No, and MMA fighters that will drink piss after a fight or before it. I would suggest drinking before it. They do it after training for the nutritional value. But if you drink piss before a fight, you become immediately quicker. Yes, after the third day, it becomes much easier. You want to do a collective piss fast? Certainly. Here's the thing is, how about this? Sai, you link it up. You link it up, and I will, unless somebody's got a bigger channel than me, but whatever. But there's on Instagram, go to like urine or piss or whatever, Shivambu, pound Shivambu, and find those people, and and just tell them, let's do a collective piss fast. And I'll broadcast it. It could be fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still probably going to be drinking beer. Everyone else can just drink their piss. I'm going to drink beer. Because I like it. Just to prove a point. You want... Oh, you're not on the Insties anymore? No? So that's not you that contacted me yesterday? This is a different side? So, somebody stole your shit then, man. For real, if you're not on Instagram anymore, somebody stole your shit. Because when you first had an account, and I was like, oh, then like I've already been through, I walked through like 8 of them because, IG just like to shut your shit down. But nah, I thought it was you. Somebody said I thought it was your shit. Yeah, they did definitely. Then I was like, oh, it's fucking Sai. What's up, bro? Apparently, someone took your pictures and your name. Yep, absolutely. Unless that was you. It was like maybe like a week ago. I thought I was talking to you. Ah. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Dude, yeah. You know what? I remember like two years ago, maybe. Somebody was like, "Hey, I donated to you on your Facebook page." I was like, "Oh, you didn't donate to me." I was like, "I do not have a Facebook page. If you see a Facebook page that has an image of me or anything, that's not me." They're like, "Oh, somebody stole your shit," and so I like typed. I got. Well, I had to get a fucking Facebook thing to be like, "Hey, fucker, you're not me. Stop stealing my shit. You fucking pile of dog horse. You horse meat fucking manures sniffing." Like all I just just went off like, don't do that. I don't know what happened with it, but I was like, fucking, who goes to Facebook? No, donate here. It's right here. Just go to the description. That's how you do it. It's pretty easy. Fuck am I gonna be on Facebook for? Because I want to argue with people from high school. Because I want to fucking relive fucking traumas from every fucking stupid ass relative relationship that I have. Because that's the only people that are on Facebook. Like, I'm gonna just post something here. Here's a picture of a fucking cute puppy and my political opinion. Fuck your dog and fuck your opinion. They both suck. Yeah, so that's always my favorite thing to not think about. Why? Because if I think about it too much, it like quite legitimately there could be 3 people in here, which might make me sad. That there's not enough people that showed up, or there could be 2,000 people in here, but they just put everyone else. You can't type. We're not putting it on the screen. How would I know? I can't know. That's so in that there's a certain kind of sanctity or like a serene kind of something, you know what I'm saying? Like that I could I'm just sitting here talking. I'm talking to a fucking piece of plastic. It's like Lars and the Real Girl. It's like talking to a blow up doll. Whatever. I'm talking to a wall. Yeah. Man. So, speaking of 11 people here, check it out. It's an hour and a half in here. I really have to piss right now. But I do want to come back and bug out with you guys. Give me like 30 minutes. Let me go piss. And then I'm going to go over and feed ducks. And perhaps I'll go see the golden goose. Yeah, and come back, come back. I'll be around. Give me 30 minutes to an hour, somewhere in there, and then we'll get back to this. Hey, Barbara, thank you for the dollars. Anybody else that wants to, feel free. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, it's in the description box. If you need to contact me, TheoLuminous, that means Godlight at Gmail. Also, remember, the most important person in your life is you, right there, because it's your experience, and build yourself up. And as soon as you're capable, as soon as you're smart enough, and as soon as you become a master of yourself, then you can help others. And then when you can, in any way, physically, mentally, spiritually, or financially, then help out other people. If you got a lot of money, help out poor people. If you got a lot of knowledge, mentally, help out stupid people. If you're physically strong, show people how to work out. You know what I'm saying? So dig yourself, dig your family, dig your friends, enjoy life. And I will talk to all of you in a little bit. Bye, bitches.